Do Tuesday tips for you. Hi, I'm Dr. Sharon Saline, and welcome to my Tuesday tips. I decided that we're going to have a little fun with these every week. Tonight we're talking about screens and how you can set up a summer of success regarding screens with your kids with ADHD. And for those of you who are tuning in who don't have kids with ADHD, these plans will help them too. So the first thing that you want to do is create an incentive-based collaborative plan for dealing with screens. And what that means is you have to sit down and think about what you want for your kids in terms of their screen usage this summer. Now, if you're a solo parent, you're doing that on your own. But if you have a partner, make a time where the two of you can sit down and really think about how much screen time, when screen time can occur, what kinds of screens your child can have, and write these down. Because your kids are very skilled at negotiating around screens or sneaking them in or bending the rules, and you really want to be very clear before you get started about what you're doing. Then you want to take your ideas and set them aside. To keep them with you, but then sit down with your son or daughter and make a time to talk with them when they're attentive. So after dinner may not be the best time. If your kids take medication, you might want to do it perhaps on a weekend when they've taken their meds and they're not distracted by homework and such. If your kids don't take medication, I still think the end of the day is a tough time to really have a good conversation. So maybe after breakfast on the weekend, sit down and have a conversation about screens. So the first thing you want to do is ask them their opinions. How much screen time do they think they should have this summer? And that would mean phone time, computer time, television time. You want to approach this conversation with the understanding that for them, screens are pretty much an entitlement. Kids have grown up with screens, they're used to having them, and they feel like they should be entitled to have as much as they want whenever they want. So what you want to present is a beginning of a process where there'll be some give and take. You're going to listen to what they want. They're going to listen to what you think. You're going to try to figure out a place to meet that makes sense for you as a parent, since you are the person with the ultimate authority, and works for them as well. What I really think is important that you have to do when you're dealing with screen time is that you link screen time to your kids' have-to activities. It's not just, oh yeah, you can watch as much TV as you want, or you can play Xbox as long as you want. It's summer, freedom rules. I actually think that screen time has to be the reward for doing something. So perhaps there are some chores they have to do, maybe they go to camp, that the screen time comes after these things are completed. What I advise is that you decide how much maximum screen time you want your child to have per day. It's summer, so perhaps the maximum amount of time is 2.5 hours. What you should do is you give them 2 hours to start, or an hour and 45 minutes. And then they earn the rest of that time by doing the things that they have to do. So for example, if they get off their screens without screaming and yelling, they can earn 15 minutes on a different device. Or if they do their chores and the bonus chore might give them an extra 15 or 20 minutes. So you want to link the extra time that they want to have with the things that you think they need to be doing. So the idea, again, is that some of their screen time is a gimme. They get it no matter what. And then the rest of it is earned. And so earlier when I said that screen time is something that has to be linked to have-to activities, I'm talking about the extra screen time, not all of the screen time. Because if you link all of the screen time to the have-to activities, your kids are not going to be able to necessarily earn anything. And that is a recipe for failure for everybody. So you give them a chunk of screen time, and you give them something to earn. But you have to start off by being clear how much screen time and what devices and when is okay for the summer. Many people think, well, it's summer, they can have more time, no problem. Think about what's going to happen in September or August when it's time to go back to school. You're going to have to renegotiate the withdrawal from the frequency of using the devices. So I really suggest that you set up a schedule for the summer that works for you, but that also allows some of their input so they have some buy-in to what you're deciding. When you give exceptions to the screen time, i.e. bonuses, or you're driving from your house 4 hours to the beach and they can watch, DVDs, I'm dating myself here, or play computer games, or whatever they do in the car to help them get through, then you need to explain that it's an exception and that all their screen time is going to happen on this day in this way, so that they don't think, oh, today I had 4 hours in the car, I guess that means tomorrow I'm going to have 4 hours also. So when you prepare them for the exceptions, then they'll understand them, and they will be able to apply that understanding to whatever the regular program is. I wish you a lot of luck with screens and Summer Sanity, and I hope that you'll tune in next week for my Facebook broadcast. A little bit tonight. It's been a long day. Have a great evening, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.